In that case, and the biggest over here, the MD and Chief of Emerging Markets at JP Morgan, Adrian Mowat, is one person who's extremely bullish on the Indian market, saying that he expects the benchmark indices to hit lifetime highs by June next year.
We sort of think by June next year you could easily be back above the highs that we've seen in the last 52 weeks. You know, if we look at our projections for emerging markets, 6 weeks ago when we're saying 925, which was a 16% return, that looked very high. It's now 5% return for the balance of the year. But next year we actually think EM could do very well. Look, it has to be for now a consumption-led story because to get the corporate capex to kick in, I think that the corporates are obviously looking for a lower real price of money. We keep coming back to the same issue. And from the corporate sector, maybe WPI is more important than CPI. Agricultural sector is feeling, the rural sector is feeling a fair amount of pain at the moment, and it's really the urban consumer that's got a slightly better environment and inflation's coming down. And the news around the bad monsoon, the movements in the rupee, all of this could have hit consumer confidence. But when we look at the long-term story for Indian consumption, it remains extremely good. You've got demographics behind you. You've got a very under-leveraged consumer. And, we would argue you're probably going into an environment of structurally lower interest rates. And all that will allow a growth in housing.
All right, so despite the volatility, market gurus are fairly confident on the large benchmark indices in India. But moving on to